Today we're going to show you how we have used MergeOS to update our own marketing brochure to be more dynamic and provide examples specific to the person requesting more information. So this is our site. We've got a form on our site in the examples section where prospective clients can see Merge in action. Once this form is filled out, the data is saved and Merge dynamically generates a brochure that gets sent to the person's email. Currently, the document that is sent has a pretty static first page. I want to use the information that was provided in the industry question to make this page more suitable and relevant to the person asking the question. So we've got a bunch of different industries that they can choose, and I'd like the form to dynamically give examples instead of just these static examples. Okay, so the first thing we should do is greet them by name. Okay, so here we put in our variable for first name. That's going to grab the first name and display it there. Now here we want a list of document types that are specific to the person's industry. So we'll put in a variable here that's going to come from our pre-process spreadsheet. We'll call it industry document list. Down here, we talk about the documents as well. So here we talk about a customized financial report or client letter. So what we're going to do here is we've got another variable and this is going to come from the spreadsheet as well, and it's going to be called custom document 1. And we'll code these up into the spreadsheet to be dynamic based on the industry that the person puts into the form. And we'll have custom document 2. Down the bottom we mentioned these custom documents again. So we'll use the same variables. We can do this as many times as we want and the variable will constantly come out. I might flip it around here though and have custom document 2 first, custom document 1 second. And then here we've got a sentence which talks about the customer's goal in creating these documents. Usually your goal is not just to create a document. Your goal is to inform a client, get a new client, complete a proposal so that you get more work. So the document is just the work you need to do to get that done. So here we'll take this sentence, to get new work or engage and inform clients. We'll paste in the variable, but we'll change this to be called document goal. So that's going to be our dynamic goal. Okay, so we've got our variables: first name, industry document list, custom document 1 and 2, and our document goal. Now we're just got to set these up into an Excel file. Okay, so now we're going to set up the pre-process template, which is a simple Excel file, and we're going to set it up with a couple of variables that will help us process this data. So the first thing we want to do is, from our web form, we've got an industry. That industry is going to be saved into MergeOS. We want the industry to come into here. So this is called an input variable, and we name that by saying mos.in, and we can give it any name after the dot. We'll call it industry. And within Merge, we can map the data field to this cell. So that's the input variable. Now we've got some output variables. We've got the industry document list, custom document 1 and 2, and our document goal. So let's put those in. Industry document list, custom doc 1, custom.to document goal. So we want these variables to be named the same as this part here. The difference in Excel is they're mos.out. Out meaning the variable is going to come out of here and be available for use in the Word document. So we can just paste that in there. Next one's custom document 1. I'll copy that and call it mos.out custom document 1. Next one is custom document 2. And the last one is document goal. So what we can do as an quick and easy way to see how our data is going to work is we can put an example of what's going to appear here. So financial services is one example. Now for our form, we've got a few different options that can come out. So within Excel, we're just going to do a essentially an index match, which is like a VLOOKUP. So here we've got our variables, and along the top we've got our outputs. So what we want is when someone chooses financial services, we want the industry document list to list some example documents that are suitable for that actual industry instead of just generic ones. So I've made a few examples previously and I'll show you how they work. Let's copy and paste from our pre-made one. So here we can see for financial services, our example industry document list, and I'll just show the Word doc so you can see where that's going to go. That's going to go here, is invoices, financial reports, and client letters. If they chose healthcare, the example documents would be patient onboarding, records and agreements. If they chose marketing and sales, the example documents would be customized branding materials, brochures, and presentations. Now we've split it up as well for the custom document 1, so we pull out one of the documents, and also for the goal. I'll make this spreadsheet a little bit bigger so we can see where they are. So here the goal would be to clearly communicate with clients or persuade the prospect to become a client. So now we just need to get those values here so that MergeOS can read them properly. So our industry document list, we're going to do a simple match, index match, and we use this as the lookup value, and we use this as the array. We say we want it exact. We found our column, our row, number 2, that's correct. Now we put the index in. I always like doing index match with match first. It makes it a little bit more obvious to me which row we're actually trying to find. Okay, so now if we choose financial services, we're going to get out the list of financial service documents. If we chose marketing and sales, we'd get the marketing and sales documents. Now, obviously, this value here will be coming in from our web form. We can put an example here because when merge runs, it'll just overwrite that with whatever comes in from the data. So now all we need to do is do it for each one. So this one is for custom document 1. This one is for custom document 2. And for our document goal. Done. So now, just as a summary, we've got our input variable, industry, that's going to come from our web form field, and we've got our 4 output variables, each of them named the same as the output variable in the document. Okay, so now that we've got our spreadsheet and Word documents set up, we just need to put them up into the project in Merge. So our project here, we've already got it set up as the example that's linked to our homepage example. And we just need to upload the Word template, choose a folder, and we'll find the word template. We'll import that guy. We'll say where we want the generated documents to get saved. We'll give it a name. We'll use people's first name and last name and call it example. Yep, we'll just save a PDF. That's all good. And we'll go to the pre-process step. We'll upload a new spreadsheet, save it into the folder, and we'll choose the file and upload. Now, once we upload the pre-process step, MergeOS will look for any variables that have a named range called mos.in, and it'll show them here. We can now link it to the fields in our data table. So this one is going to be linked to industry. So what this is going to do is it will say whenever a field gets put in to the column industry, put it into the named range variable called industry in the spreadsheet. We don't need to set anything else up. Over on the right here, it just shows us the output variables that we're going to have available, and we're good to go. So everything's set up. We can show you how it works. I'll log out. We'll go to the examples and we'll give it a try. And we'll choose financial services and submit. And this will generate the document, process the Excel, and when it's ready, it will build the downloadable PDF file. Now we're ready to go. Save that, open it, and this is it. We've got our document. It's got some dynamic words. Your goal in creating these documents is to clearly communicate with clients or persuade the prospect to become a client. That worked. Oh, there's a mistake here. I missed the space. So let's go back. Put the space in. We'll save that. And we'll go back to our template. And we'll replace this with a new template. Yes, it's a new version. Okay, it'll just replace that. All good. We'll go back. Go to the examples again. And we'll choose a different industry this time. Let's choose marketing and sales. And submit. Okay, it'll prompt us for the download. Save that and have a look. Okay, we've now got our space there. Hi, Chris. And it's custom. We chose marketing and sales, so now we've got the different example documents to create or process customized branding materials, brochures and presentations. Down below, your goal in creating these documents is to market a product or service and persuade a prospect to purchase. So now we've got a different goal. And our document is now customized for the industry that the customer is a part of.